whole approach here has been different.
Dr. Gupta, let's switch gears and talk about the president's health. On May 26th, he went to Walter Reed for his third reported physical since coming back to the White House. So you see on the screen, 79 years old, 238 pounds, up 14 pounds since April 2025. You see his blood pressure there, scored 30 out of 30 on a Montreal Cognitive Assessment exam. Now let me put up his Truth Social post from 12:35 a.m. this morning. And I just want to read this one part. Unlike other presidents, none of whom have ever taken an approved high difficulty cognitive test, I scored a perfect 30 out of 30, considered, quote, extreme intelligence. Dr. Gupta.
You know, Jonathan, first of all, I feel like we've had that because he keeps bringing up the Montreal Cognitive Assessment Test in all of his posts. It probably should be worth mentioning. This is a screening tool at a very high level for early signs of, say, cognitive decline or dementia. It is not something that assesses the ability to do the world's hardest job under pressure, so executive functioning. It is not that tool. It's not a neuropsychiatric test. So he misunderstands it. I don't think a lot of people find it to be terribly difficult, as he describes it, but it's not meant for to justify what he's trying to justify, that somehow this is the flex that he thinks this is. It is not the type of nuanced tool a neurologist uses to assess cognitive or executive functioning, which is what is being called into question, his impulsivity, memory, ability to lead the free world here. That's what's being questioned. MoCA, that Montreal Cognitive Assessment Tool, does not assess for that nearly with the nuance that he thinks it does. I'd say more broadly, though, transparency and his medical team, really his overly editorialized language. They talk about AI cardiac age. Bruising on both of his hands from handshaking doesn't make any sense. They release it late on a Friday night. This is not transparency. Frankly, it's just not professional medical language that you'd use to describe somebody's physical condition. So there's a lot of concerns on basic transparency.
Real quickly, this cognitive test, though, is it the kind of test that you say, hey, you know, I just want to take this MoCA test, or do the doctors come in and say, I think we need to do this test?
Traditionally, it is the latter, Jonathan. It's something that if we're getting it frequently, say every 4 to 6 weeks, like it seems like they're doing, that is something that is used to surveil an underlying condition in typical scenarios. In this case, this is not a test you routinely would otherwise do with this type of frequency.
Dr. Vin Gupta covering it all for us this morning. Thank you so much for coming back to The Weekend.
Thank you.
Coming up, a